control initialized.
What's up, guys? It's Black and back with some more Combined Arms content, and yes, we are carrying on again with Sir already having connection problems. Looks like he is going to be Blackhand, and indeed, I think this purple color is his traditional color. Kind of like in Combined Arms that they have that old, I think it was like the beta, like power plant type, you know, where this isn't colored, it's like all the actual other stuff that is colored. His opponent is going to be Hod, and he is playing Ukraine, and his, I feel like this is his off color because I think he's also a purple main. So we're going to be playing his alt, and he did guess Soviet any into Ukraine. We are on triplets from Lad, kind of a very interesting map here. It is a 45-degree split map, so it's like perfectly mirrored, which is, you know, some kind of interesting. You know, like in Combined Arms, I'm not sure it works out better. I feel like it's gonna be pretty good in RA. A lot of old decks right here in the center. And Sir is pushing pretty early here, but Hod already has an engineer coming in on the backside. Can Sir cut that off? Probably not. There is some barrels here that could be really good if you have to jump on it right now. Oh, he's getting close, and Hod is running that engineer away. He's getting a second engineer in there, but he's going to lose his position there. Now he's going to have to go all the way up here and just kind of run those engineers off for now. And Sir is just going to go and try to burn those derricks down. Of course, this is Combined Arms, so they will be able to be captured, but you won't get that $300 bounty. In the meantime, looks like we got a double ref build from both these players. Sir getting his own engineer back into his backline. Lots of early rifles over here to take control of these old derricks. I do like this. But what are these engineers going to do? They're going to have to run all the way over here for now. Maybe capture something late game. That's kind of what you hope for. Or maybe once everything's calmed down here, they can come back down. Barely reaching with that ref over there. You got to love that extra 3 cells that you get from Combined Arms. Splitting his refs. Sir has done this, so again, I think this is very similar to when Sir played last. It's probably playing a little bit more of an RA style. I could probably expect a third ref over here. And another engineer for him going to come out here. He's definitely controlling this center section. Destroyed losses also slightly in his favor. These 2 engineers for Hod are, you know, it's basically, what is it? Yeah, $800 worth of credits that are just doing nothing. And his infantry stack is relatively low. It is 600 in army value. I guess engineers do not count towards army value, which would make sense. They are non-combative units, except for when they're capturing things. Flame Tower going down early here. I mean, he is against non, so some bike harass is totally possible. Not really what I expect from Sir. I think I took more of a tier 1 push from him. If you can get some artillery in it, that'd be great. If you can get up to tier 3, maybe tier 4, get some cyberrigs out, I think that would be fantastic. Blackhand's troopers are very good on Nod 2, so getting that tier 2, getting those out in just a few numbers. You don't want to like overspend on them. You know, they are a great anti-tank unit, but you gotta mix in those flamethrowers and everything else for Nod 2, although I guess flamethrowers for Nod are probably the worst flamethrowers. Soviet flamethrowers much better. Their little fireball that they shoot. Hod going for a 3rd engineer, going to capture this old Eric. So again, it's just gonna get denied that $300 like rebate that she gets from engineers. Oh, and he finds an engineer with a random rifle over there. Great game awareness there, or just really lucky. Ooh, and the bikes are gonna come out for Sir. Quite interesting. I mean, just because there is a flame tower here doesn't mean you have to like not engage here. You can just sit outside this range, poke at the harvester a little bit, force Hod to respawn there. And 3 refs coming down here. I think that was a ref cell. It has to be a ref cell, and another power plant like in a nice little grid fashion here. Very dangerous. I think you can just honestly just force target grenades on the ground right here, and the splash will actually kill power plants relatively quickly with like much more efficiency than rather Tornado 2. Or Crazy Ivans are a great way to do that too with their explosion. One coming in there and a second one going into that BTR. So we are going to see a little bit light harass from Hod, and it is a kind of vulnerable Nod base right now. If Sir moves this out, those Crazy Ivans will be brutal, and 5 bikes is a lot of bikes. Is he building more? No, he's not building more, but that is crazy. 5 bikes is definitely going to help burn down a harvester really quick, but that is a lot of money. 2,500 your early stuff like that. Moving his MC out to the north area here makes more sense. You can kind of capture both these rather than the single over here. I think honestly you can move quickly too and secure this from Hod, and that could be a very devastating play. Where is this BTR? It is going straight here in the north. Oh, and it's going to go right by the MCV. That is unfortunate for Hod. He's going to run right into this, and there is a few rockets here to deal with this BTR. 1 rifle scout as well for Sir, so this is looking pretty good for him. He's going to spot this. Gets a few rockets off. Yes. 1 more. Oh, just barely. Unloads the Crazy Ivans. Going to get that power plant killed. Maybe some few rifles for his shovel. Some of those Crazy Ivans probably going to get away for now. Oh, he kind of goes back. He's going to lose one of them. Now the bikes here are in the back foot. Oh no, they went right into the flame tower. Loses 3 of them already. Barely gets 2 out of them, and then that's probably going to be it for him. Trying to dance around the flame tower. He's trying his best, but not a whole lot of damage there. Just about a harvester with a 3rd left. Oh no, one crazy Evan got away. And he sells the tier 2. I don't think that was necessary. Could have sold the ref. I think that was totally fine. He had a light tank coming out. Wouldn't deal with the crazy Ivans. But he was not going to lose that tier 2. I don't think. I think it takes probably like 6 or 7 crazy Ivan bombs. But that is definitely going to set him back. He's probably going to have to instantly rebuild it, and he is. So that's basically 44 seconds of just wasted downtime. Didn't get much out there at all. Bikes are going to come back here a little bit. That flame tower is still there. And Hod is still just grouping all of his stuff. No rockets on his side, which is kind of weird, but he is up to 2 racks, and he's just pumping out a ton of infantry. I mean, Sir has quite a lot of infantry too, but he does have 2 rockets, and there is quite a bit more heavy tanks, so I do like Sir's composition a little bit more. I feel like getting a bunch of rifles out is great against light armor stuff like Skrin, the classic Skrin composition harass, but against Soviets, you definitely want rockets, and against Nod, I feel like you really want rockets too, just to deal with these light tanks. You know, sure, if they're doing bike buggy, maybe you don't need the rockets, but as it stands right now, a harvester does go down to these bikes, so I guess, you know, basically paid off, even though it's not like the same value. I think like the value lost from a harvester is probably pretty hard to calculate, but definitely worth 2,500 in my opinion. Now Sir is going to push in here on the top, and this is relatively undefended. Hod has secured himself in the bottom, but he's going to lose a harvester right here. No way for it to get out, and then Sir is going to run away. I like this. Sir is playing a great game so far. Just a few missteps with the bikes, but other than that, Hod is in a precarious position, down to 3 harvesters over 2. He's still pushing here. I don't know, does he really want to? There's quite a lot of rockets. There's a few armors left on that light tank. One does go down, and Hod is still pushing. I mean, he has quite a lot here. But Sir has a little bit of reinforcements coming, and there is helipad coming. I'm not sure. This might be a bait. If he can get him back into a defensive position too, that would be great. But he is going to lose that light tank, it looks like. Ooh, that could be pretty bad. But there is plenty more coming. I think this is going to go really bad for Hod if Sir pulls the trigger, and he does pull the trigger. We'll have to see who has the better angle right here, and I think it's going to be Sir. Going in for the crushes, it is a bold move. These rifles and rockets are eventually going to catch up. You know, I think he could have been better just using those light tanks as a meat shield. He is going to get the cleanup here, but he did lose pretty much all of his light tanks for that. Did the bikes get anything in the backside here? Not that I see. I think they just went down. That Apache is out, though. It's going to get some free rifles, because why not? And then it will go right back and rearm again. Oh, but the Yaks are coming in. Is a Apache faster than Yaks? I'm not sure, but it looks like they are going to go down. So, first Apache, not doing too much, getting maybe a rocket or 2. Second Apache, hopefully does a little bit better. Old Derek is still secured by Hod, and both these players securing those Old Derek quite a while ago. Hod did sneak his MC into the top over here. And I think this did manage to kill. Maybe it was a crazy Ivan. Maybe it was the second engineer. I kind of forgot about it, but it looks like that single rifle is definitely a hero. You can see that it is elite. Subiacs coming in here. What are they going to go for? Power plant. Probably a solid choice there. Definitely have the ammo to do it. Get some free rockets for them. Now Sir is going to push down here. Light tank already going down to this Tesla. But Hod is kind of out of position here. I'm not sure if he can hold this. Flame tower is getting some great targets. Oh man, another fantastic burst there. Needs to focus on the rockets a little bit, but it does go down. Another harvester going down. That is brutal. He's up to 5 harvesters again. That was his 6th. And now I think Sir is finally going to get collapsed upon here and lose this army, but he is probably going to try to take down this ref. And yes, I think he should just stay and fight, trade off as much as he can. I think that was definitely worth it. Destroyed lost is looking pretty even there. Army value is a little bit slightly ahead of Hod. I think, again, that's just the extra Yaks and losing this little bit of army. But Sir is up to tier 3. That is great. And I hear some stinks coming out. That is going to be some fantastic harass. Has he researched any upgrades? Just the normal stuff, it looks like. Howitzers has been researched, but I don't see any Howitzers on the field. I think maybe he's just kind of clicking that. Or, you know, maybe he wants to use some Howitzers. Not terrible. Kind of a short-range wolf artillery. You see that Hod has indeed gone for infantry doctrine. So if we get to that tier 4 industrial center, industrial plant, I think that's what it's called, and then you get that cloning that out, that could be really good. Double bores, basically just double tier 3 infantry. I mean, even double tier 0 infantry, just pumping out extra rifles can be absolutely huge. Get them for free, just really skyrockets your build queue. Sir is going to push over here with a little bit of army, but again, army values are starting to delineate here a little bit. There's about a 5k difference, so about 20% here. Yak's coming in. Oh, there's so many stinks. This could be so good if they're on guard stance, but instead he's just going to go for rifles and rockets. Meanwhile, Sir is pushing in here, but he's targeting the harvesters rather than the testicle. He needs to kill the testicle. He's just getting free shots, basically dragging his entire army through its range just to kill one of these harvesters, and he's not even going to kill a harvester. Now he's going to go for the ref, but again, wasted a bunch of his troops running through that. Oh, and a paradrop here on the back as well. Going to be super annoying. Banshees are coming out, but Sir is a little bit preoccupied. This harvester getting pretty low. Only 2 rockets there. They are going to get away for now. But he was completely routed here. Yes, he killed the ref. Yes, he killed the testicle, but he lost so much for it. And harvester does go down. He's going to lose that ref as well, and that is his only ref. Apache's finally getting activated to come clear this up. And I see that he has gone for Unity. Oh, Apache's kind of on a bad attack. Looking at they're missing a bunch of stuff. And Sanks over here, looks like they did get another harvester. Lost a few as well, so a lot of stuff going on right now. Oh, and we have a troop crawler with some support units here. Oh, the commando is in great position. He is eventually going to go down, but he is going to get a lot for it. Shock trooper takes care of him. And suddenly this game has completely turned on Sir. I'm not sure what happened here. And you can see that troop crawler providing extra armor for those rockets, and most of them living. Banshees just take care of the troop crawler, but now he has a big attack on this side, and he needs another commando. Is it going to come out anytime soon? No, I do not see it on his build queue. Does he even have racks? He just has the temple. I'm not sure if he can hold this at all. Sir is very close. He's calling in a danger close tank drop with some advanced flame tanks. That could be pretty good if it gets onto the infantry, but they might just instantly get deleted. Blue flame doing a little bit more damage to heavy armor, I think, or maybe it's less. I cannot quite remember. Banshee lands just to get exploded. Tier 2 going down, and I think Sir is in rough shape, and he goes ahead and throws in the towel. Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate there. I think he pressed a little bit too hard. I mean, I get thrown away this army here. That's fine. I think this army was probably a problem. He really threw it away quite a bit. And I'm sure if we look at the army value graph, it just, yeah. I think this one was the first engagement here, second one, and then that last one just could not recover. And Hod on the same time was just macroing up, basically. Up to 2 Raxes. And 2 up double airfield. Lots of the Yaks too, so just a little unfortunate for Sir there. He had his moments. Was looking pretty good. And of course, Caster's Curse and Combined Arms as it goes just completely flips the table on you. That is going to be it for game 1. We'll be back for game 2 in just a second.
Battle control initialized.
Alright, we're back here for game 2. This time it is going to be Hyper. So Sir is going to be playing as, I believe that is Talon. Oh no, that is Zocom. I am completely off base there. He's going to play Zocom, already getting that power plant down. His opponent is going to be Hyper once again, playing as Collector 73. We are on Eden Springs from Kazoo. Very classic Kazoo map. I feel like it. A lot of his maps involve some sort of breaking up structure between your 2 fields. Forward fields too, so they're easily harassed. And then a single mine in the back, double mine, double mine. Not a whole lot of old decks on this. There is 3, and there is 2 hospitals. So it's going to be kind of a dash to the center, I believe. I believe Sir's placement is just slightly better. Getting those rifles out a little bit quicker than these warriors are going to get theirs. So depending on when these guys decide to go for an engineer, that can make all the difference. If Sir builds nothing but rifles and has an engineer at the end, Hyper will probably lose this. Although that does risk him just running into a single warrior back here to try to snipe that engineer. Both these guys just stopping right outside of vision. And Hyper actually getting the better engagement there somehow. I'm not sure. He just has the perfect concave, or I guess the subsills are just perfect there. But Sir is going to get pushed back here. He's trying to engage, but it's just not working for him. This is quite strange, honestly. I feel like Hyper was definitely in the back foot there, but he's up 2-1. And Sir is going to have to run that engineer all the way to the top there. Second engineer is just going to try to decap that, probably. Hyper is going to get 2 engineers in there. Oh man, 3 more rifles getting wasted there. Wish you can unprone them and run away, but they are not going to get away. Those warriors are pouncing on him like the spider things that they are. And that engineer is going to get in. Is that a 3rd engineer? No, that was just 2nd one. Double ref coming out for both these players. Sir, once again, no, this time he has split his refineries. Maybe he's learned a little bit better. We'll have to say there's still space for a third refiner here. All these players going for that war factor at the same time as well. There is a single warrior over here, so this engineer probably going to go down, which is unfortunate because it is so close to actually just stealing that back. Sure, Hyper would get that $300 rebate. This engineer just decapping would be pretty funny. Unfortunately, oh, great control there. Was keeping an eye on it, and Hyper also responding pretty quickly. Not sure he saw what it was, just think that he heard it shoot. Scout coming into his base too, gonna see a lot of his base, probably gonna see the ref over here, maybe even see that war factory going down. It is down somewhere, I just don't know where. Ah, he placed it down here, what a smart move. Hyper is not gonna be able to see that, he might actually see it now. No, there is rifles that are connected that off, so does not see a war factory. That might, you know, cue him to be a little bit more defensive, try to figure out what is out going on. Looks like the engineer does go down. Hyper also has his war factory down. Both these players actually going for triple ref here. So that is going to be a nice little even thing for both these players. Zocom with those free Tiberium suits kind of just going across that. Tiberium don't have to worry about exposure. That's always great. Hyper with a very quick move out here as well. He's going to move into the middle. Try to get both these patches, I think, maybe. Kind of an interesting play. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I think I'd rather just go right here and plant. This one's going to be very easy protected. And then this one, yeah, you're probably going to have to reposition pretty quickly to protect it better, but that is like stealing away from your opponent. You know, obviously if Sir goes down here, then I think Sir is going to be able to take this, do that position of Hyper. Gunwalker out here, killing those few rifle guards. I don't think there is another engineer currently, but maybe in the future. Now he's going to go in and scout. Ooh, another free rifle. Yeah, you got to watch out for these gunwalkers. They are super brutal. Gotta maybe hold off on the rockets, which it looks like Sir's doing. Ooh, and I see some grenadier drops as well. Hyper deciding he wants to go in here, but there is a nice little harvester tank. And you can see a quick chunk of those gunwalkers getting pushed off. Ooh, I see a lot of grenadiers coming out here. Is there going to be 2 APCs coming out? There is indeed going to be 2 APCs, so we're going to see a pretty big grenadier drop. Ooh, but one of those grenadiers accidentally getting revealed into his normal armor right there. Hyper does lose a gunwalker, and now he retreats the other one after it takes about 50% of his health off. I don't think he can hear that load up, but I think maybe a random grenadier could be a mistake if there was only one. I don't think he saw anything else. Still trying to push with this gunwalker, but I think that is going to be it for it. Oh, it is like so close. One little rifle push later, and it will die. I don't think he's going to have a regeneration bay. The APC is on the move. Another one following. Where's it going to go? It's just down here in the corner for now. Hyper is just keeping a ball of infantry in the middle. You know, I think there is a hospital on this. I think getting a rejuvenator will definitely be worth it. You know, as Srin, especially with that tier 2 push army that you want, like having some medics in there to keep your guys alive that much longer is huge. Some secret harass going to be coming out as well. There's a lot of harvesters on this patch. What happened here? Did they jump over there? I'm not sure, or did Sir move them? He's moved his MC out, not quite all the way there, but enough that it will get there. The APCs, I'm not sure what they're doing. I think Sir spotted him somehow. Going for the refinery. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get this refinery. Probably not gonna even lose a grenadier before it dies. And it does get back in. Kill the warrior with the APCs, why not? Not quite killing it. Gonna go for the nerf center, I believe. And I think he's gonna get it too. Hyper has his army completely out of position. Ah, never mind. He did have a plasma cannon ready. But it's still gonna go down. I think that is absolutely worth it for Sir. Killing a big ref and reducing that tier 2. So that is gonna be no infantry coming out. Only one of those leechers getting out. Can a Warthog kill Seekers? I'm not sure. But it is the only thing that is anti-air there, which is quite funny. Trying its best to run down those secret tanks, but 2 secret tanks are going to get a harvester. Sir a little bit lackadaisical on getting his units properly into that line. Harvester is going to survive, but it is going to be very damn close. Another run over that could be pretty bad. Mobile sensor array getting caught out in the open since there is no vehicles there, but it does deploy, which is nice. And that Warthog is nice and recharged ready. We could see an excellent bombing run in just a second here. Ooh, but there is a Storm Rider. It might shoot it down first. Oh, drives right over the rockets, barely gets out of there. And now the Warthog is going to have free reign, gets a fantastic run. Oh, flies over gets a little bit more damage. Not the best run I thought it was going to be, but good enough. Ooh, and we have a Tormentor out as well, so I believe that is a collector specific thing. It might be. I can never remember anymore. Yes, it must be a collector specific thing. Going down, so we're not going to see any more of that for now. And I see that Sir has gone for Hold the Line. Oh, there is a second one over here, so maybe trying to focus on a Harvester. They're not the best. They're kind of really a cheap unit. You can see $900. They do have their uses. I hear another Grenadier drop. It's with the one Grenadier left. And the Tormentor instantly shuts that down. Just tier 2 back up for Hyper. It is indeed. You see, he's just kind of maybe trying to draw him away. This main army is over here. Mobile sensor array probably can be redeployed right now, but you don't really want to move that too much. You want us to keep it up as well. It's like both those APCs going down to those Tormentors as well. Generation Bay would be really important right now. That Storm Rider is hanging on by a thread and just getting some free repairs on some of these Tormentors, which also do not have a whole lot of health, would be pretty good. Ooh, we can see some Ravagers coming out, so that tier 2 units are coming out. Sure, we're going to see some Intruders soon as well. There's only one Warthog, and I think some more Warthogs would actually be really good. He's got a few Gunwalkers for anti-air, and I think Tormentors can shoot air too. Yes, they can. So Storm Rider's also anti-air, so it's got a decent amount of anti-air, but you know, depending on where exactly these are, get in on an angle, get a lot of juicy kills right there. Even the Leechers would be prone to the napalm from the A-10s. He does indeed see this aircraft with a mobile sensor radar, so that's actually pretty big. Gotta let him know. But there's a flank. Oh no, A-10 gets caught out in the middle of nowhere. Looks like the minimum range is something of the accident. They couldn't quite shoot. Another A-10 gonna come out at an opportune time, but Sir's definitely in a weird spot. He's got 4 Harvesters here, which is great. This game's kind of stalled out just a little bit. Some Atomizers coming in. Ooh, and that Mastermind has rolled out, so tier 3 is up for Hyper. Is tier 3 up for Sir? No, it does not look like he is just on 2 barracks. And wow, those Tormentors quickly do a lot of damage, it seems like, to tanks, which is great for them. So we're gonna definitely need a quick, like, harass unit. Mastermind being very bold, running to the through the front. There is no Vulcans, so it's just gonna be rifles, so this is actually gonna be pretty annoying. Tries to get a Mind Spark off before that rifle died, and unfortunately it will die, and this Mind Spark will probably end before it gets a zap off. It might get a zap on a rocket. That would be pretty big. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it just runs out of time. Unfortunate there. Warthog scouting that there is a Mastermind, but again, no Vulcans or anything to kill that, and I think 4 rifles will definitely die to a Mastermind. He goes on a suicide bombing run, gets a decent amount. I think that was a lot of the Disintegrators, actually. There's only a few left there. 7 left. That's a pretty big army for Sir, but I think the tier 2 advantage over here with these Ravagers, if he can keep them alive, would make Sir very hesitant to engage in there. Another A-10 up, and don't forget about this Mastermind plus all the air. I'm not sure who's going to win this engagement, but we're going to see one soon, it feels like. That Storm Rider instantly going down. A lot of the Tormentors going down as well. Now he's going to try to waste his ammo. Yeah, unfortunately, Warthog's not that great at killing commandos. Sir definitely needs some sort of thing to deal with that. Vulcans would be great, but it looks like he's going to lose a tank to the Mastermind. Yeah, that is so brutal. That Mind Spark's definitely going to get some zaps off. And now Sir feels like he has to force the engagement here. Mastermind is going to go down. Oh, it's so close. Another Mind Spark getting deployed, and it still lives. Oh, that's brutal. But Sir actually has a really good concave right now. Mastermind does go down. Leecher not getting great targets as well. And Sir is going to run Roughshod through this army. And some Intruders in the back right now, going to kill some few more tanks. And Annihilator Trap Pods are coming in. But Sir is taking a great engagement there as the game is paused by Hyper. Hyper goes, what the hell just happened? 20k to 9k. I don't know. I think if Sir has any tier 3 on this, which he does not, that could be a problem. This tier 3 advantage for Hyper might be good. I'm sure that there is going to be another Master Pride coming soon. Right now, I see a Tripod, some Devastator warships. We're going to clean up a lot of that infantry if they can stay alive. Mastermind is indeed coming. And Sir has a AA gun ready and a power plant ready, so maybe trying to transition to tier 3. Definitely needs to rotate Zim's feet. Again, he's out of eco. His income is good. I mean, you can look at the earnings graph. I'm sure it's actually pretty close right here, but Hyper has just a lot more Tib left still. I heard a support power getting called down. That's a little cheat, but you know, it is what it is. Gonna send this up to 200% speed because I'm not sure when this is gonna go. But it looks like Sir calling in those drop pods right there. Unfortunately, there is a plasma cannon right there and the Devastator warship, so I don't think this is gonna go so well. Now he's saying, not sure what that is about. I'm not sure why Hyper paused, to be honest, but it is what it is. Maybe they are talking in voice or something like that. Oh, it is unpaused. There we go. The drop pods actually got called in over here. Interesting. Trying to get on that gravity stabilizer. It's going to be pretty close, but I think Ravager is going to come in. Oh, but the Grenadiers are still alive, or at least one is still alive. I don't think it's enough, though. But hello, the rest of the army is finally showing up. Just as the Mastermind comes out. Oh no, this could be really bad for Sir. This Mastermind gets a good angle of attack in. Devastator is also in prime position. And that Atomizer being super annoying. Oh man, everything's starting to get deleted. Warthog comes in again on the Mastermind, but just doesn't do enough. Free tank for it as well. Oh, and we had Anthema called on a tripod just to help Sir that. What a turn of events right there. I don't know, kind of suspicious that Hyper paused it like that. Interceptors getting called in. They might be able to kill that Devastator before it gets out of range, and I think they will indeed. Unless they don't want to shoot. Kind of weird. Oh man. Gets out of range for free too. That's a little shenanigan. Not sure why those interceptors did not shoot. They're even trying to. It's like they're following. Another one down here, but they're just kind of locked to this position, I think, trying to get back there. Unfortunate right there. I think that's a little bit of a bug. But I think Sir is in a precarious position right now, scouting with his MC at the top. Luckily, the Mastermind is not down there. Ooh, Warthog's trying to kill that refinery. That is a critical refinery. Didn't the interceptors finally shoot down? That's interesting. Oh no, his MC gets spotted up there. That could be a little bit troublesome. He really needs to transition to tier 3. He does not have everything he needs. This Mastermind has been ruining him. This Devastator warship is going to be brutal. You can see it basically just cleans up everything it touches. There's a lot of Ravagers there. Yeah, this is starting to look a little bit bleak for Sir. If he can get a ref down here and quickly transition to tier 3, he might have a shot. But I'm a little bit worried for him. Hyper might be too much of a task for him. Again, his combined arm gear off to a little bit of a rough start. It seems like Warthog's up in numbers right now. I think 3 can kill a ref, so that could be nice. I think honestly killing a portal would be even better though. Goodbye, Ravagers. Goodbye, Commando. 3 Warthogs is too much for the Mastermind to live. Ah man, those Mind Sparks just getting some free infantry, because why not? One of them was a rocket as well. And now Sir is going to try to push again, but like, I just don't know if this tier 1 army is good enough against this tier 3 army. I'm sure the Mastermind is going to be coming out again in 10 seconds, probably out of this one as well, which is really unfortunate because those tanks are leading. And Sir is trying to get some eco, but he is currently stalled. Yes, he has transferred some harvesters here. Needs a harvester over here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But yes, that Mastermind did pop up. He's already stealing 2 of those tanks. Gonna steal a 3rd one, I'm sure. Drop pods getting called in, trying to clean up that Mastermind, but he's getting pincer maneuvered here from the back and losing so much of his army. It's 13 over 23. That is going to be brutal to come back. All this for a ref. I don't think that's quite it. A Void Spike. I actually don't know what that is. I think that is a new thing from Collector 73. I'm assuming it's damaging the harvesters. I can't quite tell. With that, I think Sir is in a very, very precarious position. He has 1 Warthog, but he doesn't have anything to really deal with these Devastators. Some Vulcans would be great, but they are not on the field, and that is a lot of anti-armor. There's a single atomizer under there too. Warthogs are trying, gets a single one. Now there's Ravagers. A Vulcan reaches the field. There's still hope. He's gonna focus down. 1 of those Devastators already gone. 2 already gone. Can I see 3? Yes, I can see 3 down, but now he's just got to deal with the tripods. Nothing but rockets, that's all he needs. But I think tripods can actually deal with rockets fairly well. Warthogs are trying. Fortunately, they are not anti-armor. All these rockets up here are out of the fight as well. It's just rifles, and that is not what he needs, man. 4 tripods in your base with an atomizer just to slow everything down too. Gotta be a little bit brutal. Another Vulcan coming to the field a little bit late. And it's not gonna be long for this world. How does Sir stop this? I'm not sure if he can. I see that Hyper is also over here. Mastermind coming back again. Oh, there is an Orca on the field. Yes, that's good. Needs to attack those tripods though. Attack the wounded one at that. Oh no, an Athenma, an allied tripod is going to be devastating this. That war factory going to go down, and there's nothing that Sir can do about that. Probably going to lose his tier 2 and his airfield at that as well. You just see how much damage that thing does, and just ramps up as it goes on. Barely gets the tier 2, and gets the power plant to boot, because why not? Sir is trying his best here, but I think it is just too much to handle. 3 more tripods still alive in his base. A harvester out in the middle of nowhere just stealing your Tiberium, because why not? That is the ultimate collector move. I think Sir is done once again. It's Void Spike. I'm not sure what this does. Casually transforms into black Tiberium. Oh, interesting. So it's like an anti-resource thing. That is brutal. I'm not sure I like that. That's actually really brutal. Oh my god, you gotta like instantly kill that. That's just hurts your economy so much. Oh man, Sir, I feel for you. You got Void Spiked. That's a wow. Well, his command arm career not looking so great. I think he is 0-4 now, but his Red Alert career is looking pretty good. And we'll be back next week with more RA content from Sir. So hopefully he can turn around. Hopefully the week after that his casting curse is over and he'll start getting some kind of arms wins. But for now, Hyper is going to take this one. Sir is going to lose this one. That is going to be it for this week, and I will see you all next time.
Battle control terminated.